of The Sims 4 on PlayStation 4. Now, I'm going to preface this all by saying that I don't own a computer. What I am using is a PS VR headset and my smartphone to work all of these things. It's difficult, but I do what I have to. So what we're going to do is we're going to hang out for a second, and we're just going to check out this lovely loading screen while I get some things together. So enjoy the music. Okay. Finished what I had to do. Okay, so, like I said, good morning. We are going to, sorry, I had to adjust it on my thing. We're going to do a quick tour of the first floor of a build that I made in Brindleton Bay. What was the name of that? Well, I can't remember the name. I'm bad with the names of these locations, but we are going to check out the large lot, the 64 by 64 that I confiscated. I have to fix the screen in my headset here. So, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to load up my Silent Hill save. Now, my son and I were chatting the other day, a couple days ago, and I'd recently just gotten the Realm of Magic pack, and I loved it. And as you can see here, these two right here, this one was my idea, the Silent Hill. I was thinking, hey, I've never seen a specific location, the location that I'm building right now, so let me try and build it to scale, like exactly as the blueprints go. So my son decided that not only should I do Silent Hill, and not just the hospital, but an entire neighborhood of Silent Hill buildings, but I should build Raccoon City. And now both of these have characters from the games. That is obviously Maria, and that's James Sunderland. And those two, it's probably a given, but that is Chris and Claire Redfield. So we're going to load up Silent Hill because we're going to look at Brookhaven. I took that large 64 by 64 lot, and, I wasn't sure how much room I needed, so I wanted all the room. And Brindleton Bay, that's where we're at. Okay. And here we have, whoops, Brookhaven Hospital. Now I have it set to spa just because I was loading it with things. I was tweaking it late last night, and I might have been slightly delirious due to sleep deprivation. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be looking at the moment. So we're going into the build mode. Normally I would shoot this on the free camera mode, but I may want to move something, or I don't know. Oh, no, I know why I can't. I don't think I moved anyone into this lot. I have everybody living in Willows Creek just to get them out of the way while I finish this. But eventually this will be a livable building with all the amenities that are necessary. And it will also be as close to the game as I possibly can make it. And now I'm referencing mostly Silent Hill 2 and 3, because obviously that's where Brookhaven was visited. But there are some rooms that I'm either not going to dress up, I'm not going to, mess with. And actually, yeah. I've changed my mind. Let's go and play a character. We're going to go and play a character, one of my characters, and then we're going to do the virtual walk around tour thing with the camera. That's just a better idea. It'll look nicer too. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Doesn't matter anyway. I'm sure it wasn't that important. So yeah. I took the giant lot, and I built Brookhaven Hospital. Now, if you can remember where Brookhaven is, it is just past the bowling alley. And the bowling alley was on Nathan Avenue. Sorry, I have to adjust my screen again. The bowling alley was on Nathan Avenue, and so you're at the gas station, you make that left onto... I can't remember the name of the street, but you go past Heaven's Night, and then, boom, you're at Brookhaven Hospital. Now, I built this to scale-ish using the maps from Silent Hill 2 and 3. There are rooms that are designed from Silent Hill 2 and 3, and while it is the same location in both games, Brookhaven Hospital, and the same map design was made for both games, there are differences. There are some rooms where things have been changed slightly, mildly retextured. There are some rooms you can get in 3 that you don't have access to in 2. So, it's things like that. Now, you'll see I have over here, and this is not, I don't use mods. I have the cheat modes on. I will admit that. I have the cheat modes on because I'm not playing for trophies. I'm just playing for insane fun. Over here we have Alessa and Dahlia, and that's where Lisa and Dr. Kaufman are. I don't know where Kaufman is at the moment. That is Travis Grady. Yes, sirree. I don't know where. All right, well, we're just going to play as Travis Grady. How's that? How you doing, Travis? Because I just want the singular person. You make it easier to deal with things. So like I was saying, I am using the cheat modes. I did an unlock. I may or may not. I cannot remember if I unlocked hidden objects. I'm sure it'll be pretty obvious when we look around if I have or not. I just honestly can't remember. But other than that, other than boosting, other than boosting my cash flow, I haven't really messed with the cheats. I haven't, because all I really want to do is, have enough money to decorate it in any fanciful way I want and make it as crazy as I want because, wrong place. Oh, that's where they live. I couldn't remember where I put these families. That is James and Maria, and that is Harry and Heather. So, like you can see, I've tried to dress them as close as possible. Excuse me. Brindleton Bay is where we're headed. You know, you can't get 100% accuracy, but I tried to alter their faces as close as possible. I had pictures right next to me while I was tweaking it. My son was helping me. His poor little mind was blown last night because he was like, whoa, it's all so close. And that is enough. That is enough motivation for me, that he is excited for it. That's enough motivation to get me to do it. Because, you know, sometimes you just burn out. The good news is when I do burnout, and burnout is often when you're making a huge build, and this is the biggest build I've ever done in my life. Like, I've never done a build this big. I switch over to Resident Evil, or I create new characters, or I just opt out of The Sims altogether, and I go bash some zombie skulls over on Dead Island. It's just my thing. I like this gory, bloody, murder, death, kill stuff. It's just fun for me. Because I'm generally like, I don't want to hurt people. I'm a nice person. But when I'm in a game, I'm like, I am God, bringer of destruction. It's just the way I am. All right. What are you wearing, Travis? What is this fabulous ensemble? Oh, Travis, your downtime is fantastic, sir. I like your style. But we're not doing this. So, Travis, I need you to put on the gear that people know who you are in. Thank you. Thank you. Now that, I don't know why he's wearing all that. He's got bling. All right, Travis hit the lottery. He got some jewelry. He fancy. But anyway, I forgot to take off his bracelets and stuff. But there's Travis. How you doing, buddy? So, what we're going to do. Now, Travis in no way ever goes to Brookhaven. I know that. But we're just, you know, playing around here. Free camera. All right, now, few things I love, like stupid love. I have a huge problem with this, like as in I have a problem. All right. The one thing I love about this location, the slot location, is this gate. The whole thing is encapsulated by this stone wall, and you have this fabulous gate and this fantastic driveway. And you see right beyond the gate, what do we have? Look at this. Now, for the Silent Hill fans, you will notice that this looks nothing like in the game. On the outside. On the outside, it looks nothing like it is in the game. There's a reason. If you know Silent Hill, then you know that town messes with you. It does things. So, the outside of the building in Silent Hill does not resemble the interior layout. When you make the interior layout, you cannot make it look like the exterior from the game. It just doesn't work. Now, some may say that this is design flaws. They weren't thinking, you know, they weren't paying attention. I love this little fountain that was rocking here. Just make the woo, there it is. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a design flaw. The town changes things. The town alters things. The town can physically make everything different. You know? Why not a building? Why not Brookhaven? Also, the history behind... There's 2 hospitals. Well, 3, technically. 3 hospitals in Silent Hill. If you're going with Origins, there's technically 3. I think. Could be more. I don't know. I might be forgetting something from Downpour or Homecoming. Well, Homecoming's not in Silent Hill, really, so. But there's 3 hospitals. There's Alchemilla. That's from the first one. That's the hospital that Alessa was in. That's the medical hospital. That's the hospital that Kaufman works at. We don't have that one. Then there's Brookhaven, the one we're trying to build. That and Alchemilla is a medical hospital, as in you break something, you bleeding, you are sick, excuse me, you go to Alchemilla. If you need therapy, you go to Brookhaven. It was a mental hospital. It started, I think it was a prisoner, no, that was I think it started out as a tuberculosis hospital. or some sort of an outbreak happened in Silent Hill at some point, and that hospital was created. And then, as a lot of hospitals of outbreaks tend to do in real life, it turned into not so much an asylum, but a mental hospital. Then you have the asylum over from Origins, which I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it, which probably will bug me at some point. But there's that one. For a tiny little town, Silent Hill has an awful lot of hospitals, and not to be outdone by any major metropolitan city, but it has 2 mental places for mental illness. That says something, not about the people, but about the town. As someone who suffers from mental illness, I'm not degrading mental illness in any way, shape, or form. I'm saying that there are multiple mental illness institutions because the place will mess with you. Anyway, so I took a lot of liberties with the outside. That parking lot I'm quite proud of. I blew up toy cars and stuck them in there. And they look almost usable. You know, they look to scale almost for Sims to actually use. That's a doctor's car. Because of course it is. And we have, let's pull back a little. We have a nice little area here for sitting. And I haven't quite, now this isn't finished. I'm putting it out there right now. I'm not done. The first floor is for the most part finished. There may or may not be some tweaks I have to do. Now I retextured the whole lot, the terrain and all. The terrain was redone. This was a complete blank slate when I started because I like it better that way. So we go through the driveway. You can go around. You go up there. You go around there. You pull into the parking lot. You park your car. That one guy in the yellow truck, he's a total jerk. There's always one. There's always one dude who's just like, meh, park how I want. I don't care about rules. So that's the guy in the yellow truck. He's such a jerk. And there's nothing wrong with him. He's just here for no reason. He's just a jerk. Don't get me started. I'm going to start with my whole thing. Anyways, this is the beginning of spring, so we got some new growth going on. It's a little barren. Everything's a little brownish, but it's okay. I stuck this lovely little sitting area here. And then we have some chairs and stuff. A tea shop, a snack shop, you know. There's no gift shop inside of Brookhaven on the map. So people need beverages. People need snacks. Let us provide. So let's get into the first floor. Now, I have to say I'm very excited. I was referencing videos on YouTube for accuracy. This is as close as I can get it. Now I can tweak things. I don't have all of the packs. I don't have the toddlers pack. I don't have the parenthood pack because I am a parent and I had at one point a toddler and I don't need to be playing that in a game. I lived it. I'm good. There's probably excellent build things and stuff in there. I'm not interested. I just don't want to spend money on having kids around. I spend enough money on having a kid around. I love my son, but they're expensive. I do not have the bowling one. It's bowling. Come on, it's bowling. Who wants to go bowling? Let's just, while I chat about that, let's just have a walk. I'm going to put some fencing around that. I want to complete that. I haven't taken a tour through here for a bit. I do not have the Mermaids and Dolphins Island Getaway, I think it's called. The ones with mermaids and the ones with dolphins. It is on my list. It is I'm getting that thing like next week or something. I swear. I'm chomping at the bit. But again, I have a kid. Kids are expensive. Couldn't afford it when it came out, and it's on sale, and hopefully I can grab it while it's on sale. And I desperately, desperately want to be a mermaid because I'm already a magician. I've been a policeman. I have the Get to Work pack, so I've been a policeman, a scientist. And I want to be a dolphin, or excuse me, I want to be a mermaid and play with a dolphin. Oh my God. I don't have, what else? A couple I don't have. So eventually I want to get like I said, the island pack. I don't know about the bowling. I do have the movie theater pack, which is why I have these fantastic. What are they called? I can't remember the name. There's a specific name for what they are. It's not a trebuchet. That's a warp. It begins with a T, and I'm so in Witcher Game of Thrones mode that I just want to say trebuchet, and it's not the right word. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Okay. All right. Enough of my goofy babbling. So first off, I wanted to make a sign. So I did. Some columns. I stuck some lights at top. It looks crispy at night. Before we go, I'll show you. It looks super sweet. All right. So Brookhaven. You go through the doors, and when you go through the doors in the game, in Silent Hill 2, this is where you pick up the map. Right there. I had to do it. And then you come in here. That's, the reception window. There were some benches, another bench there. The floors were checker patterned and the walls were kind of white. Now everything was dingy and darker. I haven't adjusted the lighting. And then there was a billboard there was a placard thing on the wall, so I stuck that there. Now this reception room is modeled after Silent Hill 3. Because as I said, there are differences. Little tiny tweaks. So we go through here. That is my version of the mark. I want to say the mark of Samael. I don't know if that's the right mark they use to save. I know there's like 2 or 3 different versions. But I made my own. And my son really liked that. He thought that was creative. I like how the middle thing kind of seems to glow and it's got the extra things. I just like this a little too much. There was a bookcase. There was a shelf with bottles where you picked up a couple health potions. There was some papers here that Heather read about some patients. And there was a filing thing or a Rolodex or whatever it was. There was a microphone, but they don't have many microphones, so I stuck a clock, a book, and there was a computer here. But eventually I'm going to turn this into a working building lot thing. Might open the pharmacy. So instead of a computer or a typewriter, because there was a typewriter in 2, I think, I stuck a cash register there. Now you'll see this is the documents room that James and Maria walk into, and James comes over now in Silent Hill 2, again, typewriter. There's no typewriters, so you get an old computer, and there's documents here that James looks at while Maria hangs out, and there's bookshelves. And the floors are slatted with wood, and this is all rather accurate with the walls and stuff. So if you go into Silent Hill 3 and you look at the room and then you look at this, you'll be like, oh yeah, even the floor is similar. So yeah, I did that. Shooting for accuracy here. Now this is where the pharmacy is. I'm very familiar with the map at this point. This is where the pharmacy is, and I'm eventually going to say I already stuck some stuff up there, so I'm eventually going to make this into like a working thing. But in the game, it's not. Now that is an empty room in the game, so we have an empty room. This is the visitor's room. This is the room where Heather comes in 3 and sees a book on the table with a doll. Now I can't turn her around and make her close enough to the book, but because she'll sit at the other side of the table. I can't. Again, I'm working on a PS4, so I can't smush it in. But she stands here and she reads the book and she goes, "Oh, this is a cute little doll." Oh, this dude's creepy and I don't want to touch that doll. So this is the room she does it in. The chairs and all, the stools in the corner, just like the game. Again, I say I do have to tweak the lighting. The one reason it just looks so stark is because of the lighting. Stairway. That yellow door is the other side of the exam room, and that's the hallway and the floor. You turn the corner here. There's a double door here this is like an elevator control room, I think. You go down here. That's the doors to the cafeteria. Now the one thing I did do, I did this. In Silent Hill 3, Heather goes into the cage in the other world. Now again, I'm meshing, excuse me, not only am I doing a melding of 2 and 3 when it comes to this build. I'm also melding the different versions. Like this would be the, for lack of a better term, otherworld version of the elevator that Heather gets into. It's smaller than it would be. I can't glitch it out. But, you know, rusty fences, you know, I just figured I'm clever. I did this in the games, both games, the kitchen and cafeteria, they're locked. But since I'm going to make this into a usable space, I designed a bit of a kitchen. And I designed it mostly after the kitchen in Alchemilla from the first game, where they have that pink refrigerator. You have to put the sword, or the lock, no, the key, the ring of contract, so the monster doesn't kill you, and so you can take the sword. So pink, and you know this is the usable thing that you get, I think, from the Dine Out. I think that's what it's from. So I set that up there, and there's a little window. People can pop in and go, "Hey, can you make me a grilled cheese sandwich?" No, I can't, but you know that's nice. I have to put some clutter here, I think. I don't know if I can fit it, but that's supposed to be locked. That's where the day room is. Then we'll go down here. The bathrooms are functional. I designed them. In the game, they're locked. But this is the ladies' room. It's red. There's some curtains. Now, it's just a toilet and a sink. I haven't made it fancy. The men's room, it's blue. I know, so stereotypical. But I'm not really going for political correctness. I'm going for functionality. All right, now these two rooms, they're not decorated yet. I still have to go through the games and see if I can find, you know, rooms for it. This room is decorated. This is the room that Heather and James both enter. This is the doctor's lounge. And you'll probably recognize it as soon as you walked in. Heather goes over here, and this refrigerator has a note on it that says, "Food only, do not store medicine," I think it says. Heather finds a couple of health drinks in there. I have to put some clutter on here, but there's shelving. The sink, that was in the game with a mirror in front of it. Cluttered table with a chair. Some documents Heather goes through. Stuff. Alright. And then we come down here. And let's go back. Alright, then we go through here. And now we're in the hallway. There's some clutter, and that's the restroom, that's the day room. They're both locked. Obviously, that you can't get in that one. There's a bunch of stuff in front of it. There's the hallway down here. Exam room. I think that is a bathroom. There's a bench there. Now, I'm probably going to change these doors, because in the game you cannot get through here, and they're solid doors. I don't think I like the fact that there's glass doors here. This is that one elevator. I did have... Where'd it go? That's weird. I had a thermostat here to work as the elevator controls, but for some reason it's gone. Now, these rooms, I think 1 or 2 were decorated. I have to check. I don't think it's this one. This one is not decorated, because you don't get in that one, but this one is, I think. Yes. So this one's decorated as close as I could to the game. There were nurses in here that needed to be smacked around a bit. This one too, I think. No. This one. Yes. This, now, what is glitching? That is so glitchy. Resident Evil. Silent Hill players should know exactly what this is. This is the wall that Stanley has stuck a bunch of stuff to, and there's a key on there that you have to get some stuff to remove and get the key. So I decided I'm going to be... I don't know why they keep twitching. Probably because I have them all overlapping and stuff, so we'll stand up back here. So this is the room where Heather goes to get that key. This is the wall Yes, I do think I'm clever. In case you were wondering, yes, I do. I don't normally, but there I do. So that is pretty much the first floor. I don't think there's anything else going on in this floor. I don't think so. Hold on. Let me check real quick. No. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we got going on here for the first floor. Now, that's the garden area. I'm storing stuff in here because I was switching around so I could get different items, and then I can copy them and add them where I want, you know, for funsies. So this is all built, you know, right. It's just you don't have access to it, so I haven't done anything with it. I want to finish the areas that have locations, visitable locations in the game. And then real quick, we'll take, now this is just supposed to be the first floor, but let's take you upstairs real quick. Now the stairways, again, a lot of this isn't decorated. This was a labor of love, trying to get these stairs to fit. We'll go up here. Alright, and these are the stairways. Now, they're not exactly the same, like facing the ways. Now, I forgot I did this. Heather comes around here at one point. There's a table, and she looks, and lo and behold, Stanley's been here again. Hey, girl. So, this is another instance of Stanley doing his thing. Creeper. The locker rooms. That's right. I did the locker room. So, come down here, and this is the locker room. I think this is the locker room where James finds the pin in the teddy bear, which I have to put him in this room. And Heather comes in here to find the shotgun. Like, Heather goes in here, I think there's a shotgun in here, and she picks it up. And over here is a teddy bear, which I have to add, and then James gets poked with a needle. So I stuck that in there because I wanted, you know, garments. And this just, you know, it's open, there's stuff hanging, it looks used and stuff, so I wanted, you know, I'm striving for realism here. And that was the only room I decorated in this area. Going down here. You look around the corner, there's the windows where they're supposed to be, a bench and a stool, just like in the game in 3. There's the elevator, a hallway, the double doors down there. Now, I'm thinking, if possible, there are a couple of spots in the game where there's little locks. I might be able to tweak them in and stick them next to it if I can. Now I'm going to go to an upper view here because I don't feel like going room to room. So these are all haphazard because in the game, in 2, they're kind of thrown against the wall and they're tossed around. I don't have the means to flip these because I'm working off a console here, not PC. I don't know if you can do that in PC, but so I did the best I could. So the rooms that are empty aren't visited, or I haven't gotten to that point yet. I think one of these has that really cool room that Leonard talks about. So, yeah. And then let's just quick upstairs. I don't think I've done anything here. Other than, oh yes I did, I completely 1,000,000,000% forgot. How did I forget? This room. Sorry, I have a wandering controller and it's gonna, we all know what this room is. You know what this room is. So I had to make it in the exact spot it's supposed to be. If this sink was elongated, it would be perfect. But yeah, I had to make this room because any Silent Hill fan knows that Oh, you gotta have the mirror room. This is where the little rooms are, little narrow holding cells. I haven't put a door there yet. What else did I make in this game? See, I'm lacking a lot of doors. Oh, I remember. So, these are the, rest areas and stuff. There's not enough of them, and this one's slightly off. But because I couldn't add them all, there wasn't enough room. And, like I said, I did my best, people. I did my best. But if you notice, one is slightly different than the rest. And that is because this is the room that Maria lays down in. And when she lays down, and she leaves later, there's pill bottles and stuff on the table and all. And, you're like, is Maria sick? So this is the room. I figured I'll throw some stuff on there. See, stupid controller. So medical equipment, some bottles. I figured they're cologne, I think, but they look kind of medical in that color. So anyway, I'm rather proud of that. Upstairs, this is the area. Now, I haven't gotten up here with the doors and windows and such, but this is the area where James meets Pyramid Head, and he tosses him off the roof right here. And as you can see, it doesn't work because there's building underneath when you really put the layout down. Whatever. But, then we'll take an overhead view, and you'll see, oh, there's also a basement. Yeah, I did the entire map. This is the Brookhaven map in its entirety, so we'll start from the basement. And I apologize. And if you pull up a map of Brookhaven and you look, that's the basement. And then here, the first floor. It's to scale as I could get it in this. This is the biggest lot I have. So, this is the best I could do. Now, the scale is interior, not exterior, obviously. Second floor. Third floor. Is that a bird? Here's a bird. Third floor. Roof. Stairway, elevator control room. Boom. Now, as you can see, I've tweaked the roof, added some debris, some muck, some stuff that just kind of ends up on a roof. We have a billboard. I love this sign. And there it is. I will do something again once I'm going to go to build and show you what it looks like at night. I'll do this again once I have it finished, but I just wanted to put this out there because it's just fun. And this is what it looks like at night. Not bad. There's no lights in the back, so not a bad place. I'd stay here. Anyway, so that's it. I'm going to work on doing some other things. I think I'm going to take a break from this today. And I am going to go and work on building the Green Lion Antique Shop. And that should be pretty quick. And when I have that built, we'll take a look. So, thank you for watching, whenever you watch this. And I'll see you later. Bye.